the world whom I respect and love more than I do my sister, Rebecca. Her freckles, her big blue eyes, her squeaky voice, there is nothing about her I do not adore. She has massive strength stored in tightly coiled springs in her squishy chicken wings, and it allows her to write any word she dares ask me to spell, to create complete chaos with just a few blankets and couch cushions, and to create the truest, most beautiful art with only a black Crayola marker and white printer paper in a style all her own. A perfectionist, Rebecca goes through reams of paper in a day, ripping up each masterpiece because it is not true to her vision. Some may see her vicious desire for perfection as a flaw, but the optimist in me sees another side. This 6-year-old, without realizing, is striving to create the truest thing her stubby, often cheesy fingers can create. She never does make a perfect circle. What results is often nowhere near that. But she does not settle until the figure on the paper matches the image in her mind. We can tell her over and over again how perfect it was the first time. But she will continue to rip the page and cry that she can't get it just right. After so much effort and failure, in the end, she is able to present something she's proud of, a masterpiece in its innate truth and beauty. She is so shy, but the pride she has for her art coerces her to share it with her family and with strangers and with anybody who wishes to look. This pride is something we as students know well. With each project we complete, we have the choice to create something beautiful or something meaningless. I have written so many last-minute essays, simply to make a grade, that I cannot show to anybody. After so much effort, they are forgotten, never opened or simply deleted, hiding and gathering virtual dust deep in the recesses of the almighty My Documents folder of my laptop. Yet when I take the time to edit and cut and slice open these lackluster paragraphs like juicy aloe leaves with so much potential for healing or education or entertainment, something beautiful and true is created. A masterpiece I am coerced to share with my family and with strangers and with anyone who wishes to look. It often seems like our reason for trying in the first place is obscured until success is finally achieved. And too often failures cloud our vision. It is then that all hope for success can be lost. Failed essays cause me to feel I'm a poor writer despite knowing otherwise. And I find myself working perpetually harder in order to motivate myself for the next. Innumerable mistakes weigh on me until I feel paralyzed. On these uncomfortable nights, often characterized by desperate exhaustion that one always feels around 3 a.m., and by searing flames that leak from every orifice of an overheating laptop, a thought of my sister renews me. Rebecca's mistakes are her fuel. Each misshapen circle pushes her to try harder on the next, to fly up for another sheet of paper, to change the angle of her hand or her position in her seat, all in hopes that this time will be the last time she has to draw this darn circle. And there is always a last time when it feels right. All of a sudden, there is that inexorable feeling in every muscle of finality, of completeness, of rest. Like when you feel you have brushed each tooth just enough times, or have eaten just enough marshmallows out of a box of Lucky Charms. And perhaps you did technically brush for a little too long, and the toothpaste has long since lost its flavor, and you definitely could stand to eat just one more tiny rainbow. Yet this feeling of just right stops you and allows you to rest, contented. Seek this feeling out, for it is the closest to perfection we as humans can ever come. Work for it. Draw that circle again and again until you feel the just right in all your muscles. Seeing my sister's endless toil for her own personal expression of perfection has taught me to never settle. And on the way, it is necessary to fail, again and again, to rip up that paper and burn it. But through it all, one must remember that anyone is capable of creating his or her own unique brand of perfection. In everything, seek that feeling of just right. And don't eat all of the marshmallows in one sitting. At least leave a handful for the next endless night spent by the light of a half-finished essay. Let this 6-year-old teach you, as she has taught me, to strive incessantly until you've created a masterpiece worth hanging on that refrigerator door.
on, Phoebe.
Very nice job, Phoebe.